Good evening, everyone. Let us resume with our lecture series that we had been doing for some days now. The first and the most important thing of today's lecture is my name is. The first and the most important thing about today's lecture is knowing about your lecturer. My name is Faisali and today's date is 25/11/2023. Now let us give a very short recap of all that we had done yesterday. And our today's time frame will be similar to the one that we had been doing yesterday. We will divide the lecture in two parts. In the first part, we will proceed with the topic, and in the next part, we will solve some questions. So we hope that you will be exam ready for the paper that you're going to attempt. So we had started from fundamental rights. Fundamental rights are included in part 3 of the Constitution, and Article 12 to 35 contains the things that are included in the fundamental rights. And fundamental rights are derived from the Constitution of USA. It is called Bill of Rights in that Constitution. Then we had seen Article 12, and we had also solved a question that was based on Article 12 and 13. Article 12 gives the definition of state for fundamental rights. Then Article 13 says that laws that are not in accordance with the Constitution are to be invalid. Then we had seen what a permanent law means and classified, and we had solved this question regarding RTI Act. Then we had seen about temporary laws. One more question that I had given was, what is the maximum life of an ordinance? Then we had seen who promulgates the ordinance. And the next important thing is right to equality. Article 14 to 18. Article 14 is equality before law and equal protection of laws. Equality before law is derived from the British Constitution, and equal protection of laws is derived from US Constitution. The next important thing is Article 18 is not absolute but subject to some exceptions. Now I'm getting text. Good evening. Let us proceed. Article 15 also says that prohibition of discrimination on grounds only of religion, race, caste, sex, or place of birth. We will solve the question regarding this. Then we had seen the exceptions. Then Article 16 deals with employment and education. Then I had also taught you the difference between ancestor and descendants. Then there were some exceptions to the Article 16. Then Article 17 deals with abolition of untouchability. Article 18 deals with abolition of titles. Then there was a homework about suffix and prefix. After finishing the recap, I will give you 30 seconds to give me the answer to the homeworks that I had asked yesterday. One homework was prefix and suffix. Another homework was consent. Prefix and suffix. Next, consent. And then we had solved some questions. Now, let us continue with the next topic. Now you have 30 seconds to answer the questions about yesterday's homework. And your time starts now. You can also write in the chat box. So Raja, let us see. Let us wait for the answers. I'm not getting any answers. Please take an interest in the lecture and give me the answers. Polity is not that boring. Online students, give me the answer. Prefix, suffix, and consent. You can write in the chat box too. So no response from the online students, but these brilliant students of the online session have given me the answer. Prefix means something that is included before the name or before a word, and suffix means that is attached after the word is completed, right? So Raja Ram Mohan Roy, is it a prefix or suffix? Prefix, right? And another Raja is Kerala Varma Pasassi Raja. Is this a suffix or a prefix? Suffix. Raja Ravi Varma, prefix. And consent, what does a consent is like a permission. Agreement is something else. Agreement means both parties are involved. सही है कौन? Now, our next articles are Article 19 to 22. Right to freedom. Now, another homework for tomorrow is difference between liberty and freedom. You can also write meanings. Okay. Right to freedom. Now, Article 19A, freedom of speech and expression. Article 19B, freedom of assembly without arms. Assemble peacefully without arms. freedom of assembly. But this assembly should be peaceful and without arms. What do you know how to cancel this one and take me back to the chat box? Online students, am I audible? I'm not getting any response from you. Please confirm whether am I audible or not. Online students, okay. Freedom of assembly, and that assembly should be peaceful and without arms. Next important thing is freedom to form associations, freedom of association, and this freedom includes unions, associations, and cooperative societies. The next important thing is move freely throughout the territory of India. Freedom of movement. Freedom of movement throughout the territory of India. But one important thing you have to remember here is this Article 19 guarantees only internal movement within the country. And you must have a doubt that what if your life is in danger? Can you not go out of the country? Don't you have this doubt? No. I think you have not seen many South Indian movies, right? Within country. And moving, we will see shortly what if someone's is in danger and if he wants to move out of the country, right? Next important thing is freedom of movement, then freedom of residence. Now you will have a doubt. Does not movement and residence mean the same thing? It is somewhat related, right? First, we have to move somewhere. Movement means temporary, and residence means making a domicile there, permanent. Reside and settle. Achha, sorry. Reside here means temporary stay, and settlement means making a home. F. Practice any profession. No one can stop me from being a teacher if I have the adequate qualities. And no one can stop you from being a lawyer if you have the adequate qualities and you have cracked the exam, right? The same like three idiots. लड़का है तो डॉक्टर इंजीनियर बनेगा और लड़की है तो डॉक्टर बनेगा, ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है. If you want to become an artist, you can become an artist. And no one can force you to not become an artist. But one more important thing is, if any of these rights are violated by the state, by the government, it means, then only you can go to the courts. If any private person does something like this now, then there are other remedies, civil remedies or criminal remedies. All right. Another important thing is the polity is very vast. You need a lot of time. You need a lot of time to get thorough with the polity. But this is also very interesting. Article 19 is done then. 20. Acha, one more important thing. All these articles have exceptions or restrictions. But since we have a crunch of time, we are not going to delve into the details of this part. We will try to cover up as much as possible. Article 20. Article 20 states that protection in conviction of offenses. Protection in conviction of offenses. Now there are two important things here. Done na in the class. We have done this. First one is, don't remember. This thing means that protection against arbitrary. Now one more homework for today. Meaning of this word. Two words I have given till now, right? Two or three. Protection against arbitrary and excessive punishment. Now it has two parts. Part A deals with Part A means no ex post facto law. No ex post facto law. This means that if you've done a if you have done something wrong, if you've done something wrong, and there should be a law that criminalizes that eventuality that you have done that you have done what you have done is wrong. नहीं समझा? Expose. अच्छा, we will go with another. We will go with somewhat different approach now. Ex post facto law means something that imposes penalties retrospectively. Ex post facto law imposes penalties retrospectively. It means that penalties should not be imposed चार्जिंग खत्म होने इसमें retrospectively. Now in many legal cases or any court cases you will see this word. This particular article will come into effect retrospectively. Now three words for today's homework. First was liberty and freedom. Second, arbitrary. Third, retrospectively. I will give you the for this homework you have till the end of today's lecture. When I take a break, you will have to search for the meaning of this word. This was the A part. Now B says that protection against double jeopardy. This means that if you have broken a law, suppose you have hit a slap to your friend, but the government cannot punish you twice for the same offense. All right. However, the above articles are available only for civil laws. Criminal laws. Only for criminal laws, these protections are there. In civil law, there is no protection like this. Civil laws means relating to income tax and all. Criminal laws means homework. However, one more thing that I forgot to write is see, no self incrimination. This means that you cannot be forced to You cannot be forced to speak against yourself. For example, there's a court case going on, and the police is forcing you to say something that incriminates you. Incriminates means proves your guilt. All right, समझा? Next important thing is Article 21. You had a doubt yesterday, right? Something related to Article 21 had come up now in the yesterday's lecture. I'm not speaking very fast, right? Article 21 is the very important article of Constitution regarding human rights. Article 21 deals with right to life and personal liberty. Actually, the article says that no one can be deprived of his or her life except according to procedure established by law. For example, a punishment of execution is there, but it should be mentioned in the law. Whether that law is right or not, that is a whole different topic. All right. So, right to life and personal liberty. It states that no one can be deprived of his life and personal liberty except according to procedure established by law. Now, if you remember, when I was teaching the sources of the Constitution, one line was there, procedure established by law. This has been taken from the Japanese Constitution. Procedure established by law. And from the American Constitution, in the American Constitution, it is mentioned that due process of law. Now, what is the difference between these two? Due process of law means if you've done something wrong, so that punishment should be commensurate with the act. Is the word very jargon related? Commensurate. Actually, there is no appropriate word to describe what I'm saying other than this word. Commensurate means in proportion. For example, if you slap for someone, then for that crime you should not have the death penalty, right? This means due process of law. And also, if that penalty prescribes death, if some criminal activity prescribes death penalty, but the method of execution in the trial process is not very fair, then also it does not follow the due process of law. Got it? So due process of law means a very wide term, and procedure established by law means if for slapping someone the death penalty has been mentioned, then there's no solution. Only death penalty is the solution. Got it? I'm not getting any response from the online students. If you have a doubt, you can ask during the lectures. Next important thing is two more important Supreme Court cases are relevant here. First is Gopalan case, 1950. Gopalan case. In this case, Supreme Court took a very narrow understanding of this Article 21. Supreme Court said that Article 21 only means protecting the body. Is that self-respect and all this does not come into this article. But again, after some years, in Menka case in 1978, Supreme Court overruled its Gopalan judgment. It said that the law that takes away personal liberty and life should be fair. So indirectly, it says that due process of law should be followed. Correct, na? Law should be fair, है ना? And also provided life to protection to live with dignity. Now, one very important thing: right to article is very wide. Right to life, sorry, right to life is very wide. It includes the right to sleep, the right to have a healthy environment, and what all is necessary: right to have a clean water, है ना? Clean water and unadulterated food. What was the word? Unadulterated food. I'm not very fast, right? Fine, na? Good. Now these two cases are very important: 1978 and 1950 Menka case. And Article 21 is available to everyone that is present in the territory of India. It is not be it enemy alien or friendly alien or a citizen. Now, what were the words that I had used here? Enemy alien and friendly alien and citizen. So citizen. Now that let us understand. Let us understand these three words. You know, citizen. Then friendly alien. So what does this mean? An alien from the UFO who has friendly terms with humans. Citizen owes allegiance to the constitution. He works within he carries out his activity within the framework of the constitution. Friendly alien means citizen of another country the country, that particular country has very friendly relations with India. And enemy alien means the country that country is at war with India. All right. Is it should I write here or is it okay? Okay, na? Online students, should I write or is it okay? No response. Right to now this is very important. What we are doing is educating ourselves, right? So Article 21A. Article 21A. Right to it says that the state shall provide free and compulsory education from 6 to 14 years of age. Compulsory education from 6 to 14 years of age. And to fulfill this act, Right to Education Act has been passed in 2009. Acha, is Right to Education Act a permanent act? Is it a permanent law? How come? Online students, is Right to Education a permanent law? Then Right to Education Act was passed in 2009. Yes. Answer is it is a permanent law because it has been enacted by the parliament. And the example of temporary law is yesterday only it happened. No? Guru was not there, so you should be able to tell. What is a temporary law called in the constitution? For nine students, ordinance. And we have taken two MCQs on that. No? It means you're not revising. Huh? There was a court in the Supreme Court when the petitioners demanded that right to education should be from the day you're born until the time you die. Whenever whatever you want to study, you should be able to study. But then Supreme Court first took this view of the law, but afterwards it changed its understanding of this law. Supreme Court said that only protection of education from 6 to 14 years of age is guaranteed. No guarantee beyond that. That further education depends on many factors like capacity of the state, condition of the parents, and many other factors. But fundamental right to education only connotes from the age of 6 to 14. One more word I had used, right? Which was the word? C से use किया ना अभी. Connotes. There are two more articles regarding education. Article 45, early childhood care and education. Actually, before this was included. Achha. Now one more thing, na. Article 21A. Why not simply Article 22? Because this was added after the original constitution was enacted. This was added in 2002. 2009 में another act was passed by the parliament. This was the amendment of the constitution. By 86th Amendment Act. This is very important now. Students, we have a short break. You have to. What was the homework for yesterday? हाँ वो हो गया. और आज का क्या बोला ब्रेक के वक्त का होमवर्क? Arbitrary, retrospective, liberty, freedom. Till the time I come back, you have to give me the meanings of these words. And online students, they can write in the chat box. Rejoice, everyone. I'm back. What was the word that I had used now? No, before that, rejoice. So this is the homework for tomorrow. ये लो ना इसका वो ऐड करने के प्रोसेस. Now let us do the questions that were remaining yesterday. Then we will take some new questions. First of all, the homework that I had given. Arbitrary. Everyone has copied and pasted the dictionary meaning. Arbitrary means exercising power without any controls. Uncontrollable है ना. क्या गलत क्या क्या सही क्या गलत कुछ नहीं. जो मैं बोला वही सही. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट इज रेट्रोस्पेक्टिव. Next was rejoice. The quality or state of being free. Freedom means the quality or state of being free. And liberty means absence of restraints. Is it the same thing or something different? Something different, right? Liberty means no one is forcing you to do something. And freedom means you have the power of choice. Understood? So what will you exercise to study? Liberty or freedom? Freedom, right? Arbitrary. Four words were there, right? Freedom, arbitrary, retrospective, and now let us move to this question. Question number 7. Article 21, just now we had solved, right? So Article 21 goes with right to life and liberty. Now let us try to solve this question. Article 21 goes with right to life and liberty. Now let us see if by elimination can we do this. Now I've got the answer option B in the chat box. Article 21, right to life and personal liberty. Article 20, we will check the options. C ka 1. Now there's a confusion in these two. So automatically C and D gets cancelled, है ना? Automatically C and D gets cancelled. Now we have to check for D. No, D is the same in both of these. So one more thing that we've got is D is second. Article 25, freedom of religion. Article 32 is right to constitutional remedies. Now this is very important and we will see another question based on this. Article 32 is right to constitutional remedies. So option B is the correct answer. Only one answer that I've got in the chat box. Then question number 8. Purva, question number 8 answer. Which of the following is not a ground origin? Article 16, if you remember, there was some grounds mentioned in that. And the most important word that I had focused your attention on was only. So only those words which are mentioned in the constitution. If that is present in the constitution, if that is present in the question, then only we will mark that. Now some of the students here got confused in the word origin and place of birth. Though these terms sound very similar, but you have to mark the one that is mentioned in the constitution. Now, one question from my side that I would like to ask is: are fundamental rights available to everyone? And if not, there's a are all fundamental rights? This is the correct question. Are all fundamental rights available to everyone? This is a yes or no type question. What is the answer, Purva? Only for the citizens of India. Then if some foreigner is visiting India, na, but he also has some fundamental rights like Article 21. Article 21 is available to everyone that is residing in the country of India. No. Then one more question that I would like to ask is: what are the fundamental rights available only to citizens? Very good. Most of the girls have got this answer. No, 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 no. What are the fundamental rights available only to citizens? I will give four options. You will have to do a little work here. I will give you 30 seconds for the answer. Give me the answer of this question. Mm. Okay, I will wait for 30 seconds for the answer. Option B is the answer. Most of the students are getting this right. The fundamental rights available only to the citizens are, this is very important from MCQ point of view. Fundamental rights available only to citizens are 15, 16, 19, 29, 30. So only 5 articles are available for citizens. Take a screenshot of this. This is very important. Now let us proceed with the next questions. According to the Constitution of India, this is very simple question. The executive power of the union shall be vested in the, what is the answer? Why not Prime Minister? Option A. Okay, zoomed in now. Option, someone is, acha, write the question number, then write the answer. This becomes a little confusing if you directly write the answer. President. The Constitution mentions that the executive power of the union shall be vested in the president. Who is the first citizen of India? President. Who is the commander of the armed forces of the country? Chief of Defense Staff. Then President. So is the president the head of army only or the entire army, navy and air force? Entire, right? Correct answer is president. Next, this is on, just now I've taught you, right? Right to sleep. Right to sleep as a fundamental right has been discussed in which of the following cases? Now this is a little factual one. What is, someone has written the answer entire. What is this? I'm sorry. Huh? Yeah. Entire. Okay, okay. Entire armed forces. Delete का भी option रहेगा शायद. Now, Ramlila Maidan is the answer here. This is a little factual question. If you don't know the answer, I'm telling you directly, don't attempt these type of questions because no logic can be applied here. If you know the answer, you know. If you don't know, but if no negative marking is there, most of the LLB entrance exam don't have negative markings. So before you get the hall ticket, it is mentioned there whether the negative marking is there or not. Next is, as per the Constitution of India. Achha, this is also I've taught, right? This is the same question that I had taken. Same question. Na? What is the answer? Write the question number, then write the answer. I had the options had the answer 6 months and 6 weeks. So 6 months is the time, maximum time between 2 sessions of the parliament. So that is why 6 months and 6 weeks. If within 6 weeks no action has been taken on that particular issue, then the ordinance lapses. What happens to the ordinance? Lapses. One more homework for tomorrow. Gun is getting goosebumps, I think. What is all this, guys? Yeah. Now this is a little lengthy question. Match the following type of questions. Let us see what all we have done. Article 20 we have done today, right? So Article 20 deals with Match option D with 1, right? D with 1. Let us see the options now. Two options are cancelled out. D is 1. Now, is there anything that we have studied from these? 29 and 30 are related to cultural and educational rights. And 25 to 28 are related to religion. 23 and 24 are related to exploitation. So, can you spot anything related to exploitation? Very good. Good. 24 marked with matched with 2. Now let us see. Is there any option? A is marked with B, no? D is the option. Online girls, what is the answer? Have you understood this question? Answer. This I have taught, na? 20 is related with offenses. Option B. Article 25 to 28 related with religion. And 29 and 30 related with cultural and educational rights. We will cover these in tomorrow or day after tomorrow. B is not the answer. We have cancelled now B. Please write the question number, then write the answer. Write the question number, then write the answer. I don't understand the question number here. Then 13th ka A. First, complete the 12th question. 12th D. 13th the allocation of states in the Council of States. Allocation of seats in the Council of States is contained in which schedule of the Constitution? 13th answer is D. 13th answer is D. फिर पढ़ाया था ना शेड्यूल का निकाल 14th. Let us do the 14th question. 14th. Fourth schedule is deals with allocation of seats to Rajya Sabha. Council of States. So sorry. If this is Rajya Sabha, very my mistake. Allocation of seats to the Rajya Sabha is included in the fourth schedule. I had gotten a little confused because Council of States was used there. Under the Constitution of India, Shikshak is not the official language. Rajasthan. Let us get to that part also. Fourth question, 14th question number 13. Clear? Is the answer to the question number 13 clear? Write in the chat box. Option B is the answer. Now let us move forward. Under the Constitution of India, which of the following is not correct regarding the governor? Now this is homework for tomorrow. Thank you everyone for your time. Take care. Have a nice day.